beneath the surface of time. Myths linger like shadows, whispered stories that shaped cultures and civilizations. For centuries, humanity has wondered, were these tales mere imagination or echoes of truths buried by the sands of time? Across the world, archaeology has begun to answer that question, revealing that some legends may indeed be grounded in history. Imagine walking through the ruins of an ancient city where the walls seem to hum with the voices of the past. Every stone, every artifact, every worn pathway carries a story once told in myths, stories now partially unveiled by modern science. This is where legend and reality intertwined, where the impossible becomes tangible. For millennia, storytellers passed down tales of great floods, lost cities, and gods walking among men. We dismissed them as fiction, allegories of morality or imagination. Yet beneath the earth, beneath layers of sediment, archaeologists are uncovering the threads that tie myth to history. The Trojan War. Fact, hidden in epic verse. The story of Troy, immortalized by Homer, has fascinated the world for centuries. For a long time, it was considered pure legend. A city besieged by heroes, gods influencing the course of battle, and a wooden horse hiding warriors inside. In the 19th century, Heinrich Schliemann excavated what is now believed to be the historical site of Troy in modern-day Turkey. Layers of fortifications, burned cities, and ancient artifacts revealed that a city matching the description of Troy did exist. The epiteles were exaggerated, poetic, but based on real events. Wars, conquests, and the city's tragic fate. The story reminds us that myths often preserve historical memory in symbolic form, encoded in the language of storytelling. The wooden horse, perhaps an allegorical strategy or siege mechanism, became a metaphor for ingenuity and deception, but its origin may lie in reality. The great floods, legends across continents from the Epic of Gilgamesh in Mesopotamia to the story of Noah's Ark in the Bible. Flood myths are found across the globe. For centuries, these were dismissed as mere coincidence or shared archetypes of human imagination. Yet geological and archaeological evidence paints a different picture. Massive floods occurred throughout human history. The rising of the Black Sea around 5600 BC, catastrophic river overflows in Mesopotamia, and other submerged settlements now uncovered by sonar technology. Ancient societies may have encoded these cataclysmic events into myth, transforming collective trauma into cautionary tales and divine narratives. Atlantis. Fact behind the legend: Plato's Atlantis has long captured imaginations. Described as a powerful civilization lost beneath the waves, it was written off as allegory for political hubris. However, underwater archaeology has discovered cities submerged by rising seas, settlements off the coast of Thera Santorini, structures buried beneath the Mediterranean, and remnants of coastal civilizations drowned by ancient tsunamis, while Atlantis itself remains unveiled. These discoveries suggest that ancient peoples may have remembered lost lands, encoding their disappearance into legend. Myth and memory intertwine, revealing a truth obscured by time. The walls of Jericho. Mythic destruction confirmed. The Bible tells of the walls of Jericho crumbling at the sound of trumpets. For centuries, this was seen as symbolic. Archaeological digs, however, have uncovered fortifications and layers of destruction dating to the late Bronze Age, while divine intervention is a matter of faith. The historical reality of a city destroyed in ancient warfare confirms that legends often preserve real events in dramatic narrative form. The lesson is clear. Mythology and history are not always separate. Often, myths are the lens through which human societies remembered and transmitted history. King Arthur, history or legend, the legends of King Arthur and Camelot have captivated generations. Knights, quests, and enchanted swords populate the stories, but is there a historical kernel? Archaeologists in Britain have uncovered remnants of fortresses, weapons, and settlements dating to the late Roman and early medieval periods, suggesting that the tales of Arthur may be rooted in the real struggles of post-Roman Britain. The myth provides narrative and moral structure, but beneath it lies the truth of human endeavor. Battles for survival, the rise and fall of leaders, and the human need to immortalize heroes through storytelling. The Olmecs and giant heads. Archaeology confirms the legends in the jungles of Mexico. Massive stone heads have fascinated researchers for centuries. weighing several tons and carved with remarkable skill. These colossal artifacts attest to the power and ingenuity of the Olmec civilization. Legends of giants and gods among men may have been inspired by these monuments. The heads are not myths, but the stories they inspired the belief in giants and extraordinary beings may have emerged from awe at these ancient works. Here, legend reflects the tangible achievements of early civilizations, and archaeology uncovers the true scope of human creativity. Step back and consider the power of myth. Across continents and millennia, human imagination has woven stories that preserve history, memory, and cultural identity. Archaeology peels back the layers, revealing that much of what was once dismissed as fantasy has roots in reality. Legends are not just tales for entertainment. They are encoded memories, moral frameworks, warnings, and records of events too complex, too terrifying, or too profound to be captured in mere fact alone. They are bridges between past and present, imagination and reality, humanity and the mysteries of time. If the secrets behind ancient myths fascinated you, follow omen myths, dive into the stories, explore the evidence, and question what you think you know. Legends and history are intertwined, and the world still holds truths waiting to be uncovered.